Hey, this is journal page 60, lesson 3.4. Solving one-step equations with multiplication and division. Number 1. D over 5, which is the same as D divided by 5, equals negative 6. So I multiply both sides by 5. I was dividing by 5, so I multiply both sides by 5. Multiply by 5, multiply by 5. D divided by 5 times 5, well, divide by 5 times 5. That's going to give me 5 over 5D, which is just 1D. D equals negative 5 times 5. Oh, negative 6 times 5 is 30. Same sign positive, different sign negative because we're multiplying. So different signs here, so negative 30. Number 2. 8x equals negative 6. Now I'm multiplying by 8, so to get rid of multiply by 8, I divide both sides by 8. On this side, 8 over 8 is 1, so that's 1x or just x. Put that line down there. Equals, and then I have negative 6 divided by 8. Or, if you look at it, I have negative 6/8. I'll just simplify that and keep it in fraction form to make it negative 3 over 4. X equals negative 3 over 4. And that saved me from having to do the division and get negative 0.75. Yay! Number 3. Negative 15 equals z over negative 2. So the variable's on the right-hand side now, no big deal. I still want to get it by itself. I'm dividing by negative 2, so I will multiply. I'm going to put it in parentheses just so I don't have the dot and the line next to each other. Multiply each side by negative 2. This side will cancel out and leave just z. Over here I have negative 15 times negative 2. Well, a negative times a negative is a positive, and 15 times 2 is 30. Z equals 30. Number 4. 3.2n equals negative 0.8 or 0 and 8 tenths. I'm going to divide each side by 3 and 2 tenths. 3 and 2 tenths. These will cancel out, leaving with just n. And over here I have a negative divided by a positive. So one of each. My answer is going to be negative. I'm going to put that negative here right now because I know I'm going to forget that in just a second. I'll do this division problem. We'll work it out right over here. So I've got top divided by bottom, top in the box, remember. So 0.8 in the box, 3 and 2 tenths out of the box. I don't divide with decimals out here, so I have to move that one spot. I have to move this one spot. That would make this problem 32 into 8. Put a decimal, annex a couple of zeros. 32 goes into 80 2 times, which is 64. Subtract, bring down. 32 goes into 165 times, which is 160. 10, 15, 16, yep. 0.25. N equals negative 0.25. Number 5. Negative 3 tenths h equals 15. Well, I wish I would have written that out a little more because we were showing the multiplication right next door. So I am going to rewrite it right down here, mostly because I screwed up. You do not have to rewrite it. But remember now, we multiply by the reciprocal of this fraction. The reciprocal of negative 3 tenths is negative 10 over 3. Multiply both sides by that, negative 10 over 3. I wrote it small here, so it kind of matched up here. I wrote it larger here because remember, I'm going to put this over 1 so I can do that multiplication. These will cancel each other out. A negative times a negative is a positive, and 30 over 30 is 1. So this would just be h on this side when those cancel out. Over here, there's no simplification. Oh, yeah, there is one here. 3 goes into 3 one time. 3 goes into 15 5 times. So 1 times 1 for 1 on the bottom. So this will just be an integer. 5 times negative 10 is negative 50. Number 6. Negative 1.1k equals negative 1 and 21/100ths. We're going to divide both sides by negative 1 and 1/10. Negative 1 and 1/10. These will cancel out, leaving us with just k. I'll do this division off to the side. Top divided by bottom, so top in the box. It's a negative divided by a negative, so my answer is going to be positive. So now I'm just going to ignore the signs because I know my answer is positive. 1.21 in the box, 1 and 1/10 out of the box. Move the decimal once, move the decimal once. So that would leave us with 11 out here and 12 and 1/10 inside. 11 goes into 12 once, which is 11. Subtract, bring down. 11 goes into 11 once, which is 11. So I'm all done. K equals 1 and 1/10. Write the word sentence as an equation, then solve. A number divided by negative 8 is 7. Well, it doesn't tell us what the number is this time, so we get to pick. I'll just pick x. X divided by negative 8 is 7. I will multiply both sides by negative 8. These cancel, leave me with x. 1 of each, so it's negative. 7 times 8, 56. Number 8. The product of negative 12 and a number is 60. Product means I am multiplying, so negative 12, we'll use x for the number, equals 60. Divide both sides by negative 12. Cancel. X equals different sign, so negative 60 divided by 12 is 5. And the last problem, number 9, we'll do on this piece of paper. 85 cents for every cup of hot chocolate you sell. How many cups do you need to sell to earn $55.25? Well, we'll take 85 cents or 0.85 times, we'll put H for hot chocolate, however many cups we sell, and we need that to equal $55.25. So I'll divide both sides by 0.85. And I'll get H equals, and over here I'll do this top divided by bottom, so $55.25 divided by 85 cents. We move the decimal twice, so that'll be 85 on the outside. Because we moved it twice on the outside, we move it twice on the inside to get 5,525. Put a decimal here in case we need it, maybe annex a few zeros. 85 goes into 55, no. 85 goes into 552 6 times. 6 times 5 is 30. 48 for 9, 50, 51. Subtract. Bring down the 5. And 85 goes into 425. 5 times 5 is 25. 42. Oh, that worked out well. So 65. So H equals 65 cups. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you in class.